Master your morning thoughts, master your outcomes. The psychology of mental focus. Most people think success begins with a big decision. But according to decades of research and the habits of highly successful people, success often begins with something much smaller. The very first thoughts you allow into your mind each morning. Before the world speaks to you, before social media tells you what to feel, before stress and responsibilities flood your mind, your brain enters one of the most powerful mental programming windows of the day. And what you think during those first moments can quietly shape your energy, decisions, and results for the next 16 hours. Today, we're going to explore the psychology behind mastering your morning thoughts and how successful people use this hidden mental advantage to create better outcomes, not someday, but every single day. Idea 1. Your morning mind is a programming window. There is a fascinating psychological truth about the human brain. Right after you wake up, your mind operates in a highly suggestible state. Your brain transitions from theta waves to alpha waves, the same mental state associated with deep meditation, creativity, and subconscious learning. In simple terms, your brain is more open to influence during this time. This means the first messages you feed your mind become mental instructions for the day. And here's the problem. Most people unknowingly program their minds for stress, comparison, and distraction. They wake up and immediately check their phones, read negative news, scroll through social media, or think about everything that could go wrong today. Within minutes, their brain receives a signal. Today will be overwhelming. Today will be stressful. Today will be hard. And without realizing it, their behavior begins to align with those thoughts. This idea connects directly with what Darren Hardy explains in The Compound Effect. Hardy emphasizes that small daily actions and thoughts compound over time to create massive results. Success is rarely about one dramatic breakthrough. It's about the tiny repeated choices that gradually shape your life. A single negative morning might not seem important, but 365 mornings of mental chaos can quietly shape a mindset of doubt, stress, and reactive living. On the other hand, successful people intentionally guard their mornings. They understand something powerful. If you control the first direction of your mind, you influence the direction of your entire day. Idea 2. Successful people take responsibility for their thoughts. In the Success Principles, Jack Canfield introduces one of the most powerful ideas in personal development. You must take 100% responsibility for your life. Not 50%, not 90%, 100%. That includes responsibility for your thoughts. Many people believe their thoughts simply happen to them, but successful people understand something different. Thoughts are not always automatic reactions. They can also be intentional choices. Every morning you have the opportunity to ask yourself, what kind of mental environment will I create today? Jack Canfield often encourages people to begin the day with intentional mental focus. This might include visualizing success, repeating empowering affirmations, writing goals, or simply reminding yourself who you choose to be today. Why does this work? Because the brain follows dominant thoughts. When your mind repeatedly focuses on opportunity, progress, and purpose, your brain begins to filter reality through that lens. Psychologists call this the reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS is a network in your brain that decides what information deserves your attention. When you buy a new car, suddenly you start seeing that same car everywhere. Not because it appeared more often, but because your brain began looking for it. The same principle applies to success. If your morning thoughts focus on growth solutions, gratitude, and possibility, your brain begins scanning the world for evidence that supports those ideas. And slowly, your perception of life begins to change. This is why mastering your thoughts isn't just motivational advice, it's neuroscience. Idea 3. Gratitude and vision. Change your emotional direction. In Your Best Life Now, Joel Osteen emphasizes a simple but powerful practice. Start the day with gratitude and expectation. Many people begin their mornings thinking about what's missing, the problems, the deadlines, the frustrations, but Osteen encourages people to flip that pattern. Instead of waking up with pressure, wake up with perspective. Take a moment to acknowledge what is already working in your life, your health, your opportunities, your ability to grow. Gratitude does something remarkable to the brain. Studies in positive psychology show that gratitude activates parts of the brain linked to dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals associated with happiness and motivation. In other words, gratitude doesn't just feel good. It actually changes your brain chemistry. But gratitude alone is only half of the equation. The second half is vision. Joel Osteen often encourages people to speak positive declarations about their future. Statements like, "This will be a good day," "I am growing," "Opportunities are coming," "I am becoming the person I'm meant to be." Some people dismiss these statements as wishful thinking, but research suggests something deeper is happening. When you speak and imagine a positive future, your brain begins creating mental rehearsal patterns. Elite athletes use this technique constantly. They visualize winning before the competition even begins. And studies show that mental rehearsal activates many of the same neural pathways as real physical action. In other words, your brain begins preparing for success before success happens. That preparation changes how you show up, your posture, your decisions, your confidence, your persistence. And eventually, those behaviors change your outcomes. Your morning thoughts are not random. They are instructions. Instructions that shape your focus. Instructions that influence your emotions. Instructions that guide your actions. And actions repeated daily become your future. If you want different outcomes, start with different morning thoughts. Because the truth is simple. The life you experience during the day is often decided by the thoughts you accept in the morning. Master the first minutes of your mind, and you begin to master the direction of your life. So tomorrow morning, try something simple. Before checking your phone, before reacting to the world, take 60 seconds. Choose one empowering thought, one clear intention, one reason to be grateful. Let that thought become the first signal your brain receives, and watch how your day begins to shift. If this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to Awaken Mindset, where we explore the psychology, habits, and ideas that help you design a stronger life, one powerful thought at a time. Because sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't begin with a massive action, it begins with a single thought in the quiet of the morning.